Sakafet YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Let us make this delicious orange glazed whole baked chicken. Darling, so I was about to make dinner. It's a Saturday night and I thought, you know what, let me show you what I'm making. So I've got this whole chicken that I already cleaned with lemon juice and vinegar. I went in with some oil, a little bit of salt, some all-purpose seasoning, some of the salt, savory and cumin seasoning as well, some paprika for color, and then I put some gloves on and went to work. I make sure to massage these seasonings all over. I noticed some people like to season the top of the chicken and underneath, but to be honest, I feel like if you put enough, you'll be able to spread it all around the chicken instead of seasoning the top and the bottom. Once it's all seasoned, you want to set to one side to marinate for as long as you like. But then I preheated my oven to 200 degrees Celsius. I lined my tray with a foil and some orange slices, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place my whole chicken on top. Now, I did cut the backbone out of this chicken. This method is called spatchcock. I find that the heat evenly distributes when you bake the chicken like that. You don't have to cut it. However, you can also use different pieces of chicken to do this, like wings, drumsticks, legs, breasts, whatever piece of the chicken you prefer. Now that my oven was hot, it's time for my chicken to go in, and here I've got 2 large oranges and I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze the juice out of the oranges. Okay, now once you have your juice, you're also gonna need some seasonings. Now the same seasonings that I use to season the chicken is the same one that I will use in the sauce, and like you guys know, be sure to check down below in the description box for everything that I'm using today. Now that all of my sauce ingredients was prepped, I'm using this small saucepan. I went in with a little butter just to kickstart things, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour in all of my yummy orange juice. Then I'm gonna go in with my seasonings, which is a little bit of parsley, paprika, all-purpose, everything nice, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a really good mix. Once it's all combined, I want to go in with a generous amount of honey. If you don't have honey, you can use some brown sugar as well, just to give the sauce a little bit of a sweetness. I find that the honey helps for it to be nice and glazed and sticky. So good. Let's simmer on low heat for about 2 minutes or so. Then we're gonna go in with about a teaspoon of cornflour with a tablespoon of water. Give it a good mix, and then I'm gonna add it in gradually. I'll add a little bit, stir it in. If the sauce doesn't thicken to the consistency that I like, then I'll go ahead and add in a bit more till my sauce looks something like this. Nice and thick, not too thick, not too runny, just a nice syrupy consistency. At this point, I turned off my sauce. My chicken had been in the oven for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and just baste it with the juices that, it created when it was baking. And then once it's all basted, I'm gonna go ahead and take my yummy sauce and just pour it over it gradually using a large spoon, okay? Don't use all your sauce, use about half if you have to. And yes, darlings, coat it all over, and then you wanna pop it back into bake for another 30 minutes. Now this whole chicken is pretty small, it's not really really that big, so I find that it took about 50 minutes to 1 hour to cook. And yes darlings, once it's all glazed, it should look something like this. I like to push mine back in the oven and then in the last 5 minutes turn up the heat to give it a nice little char so it looks like it was on a grill. But yes darlings, back into the oven we go for about 25-30 minutes and it's looking so good. After about 1 hour, my chicken was cooked. Oh my goodness, guys, do you see the color on that thing? So good. I'm now gonna baste it again with the juices from the tray and just know, so good, so delicious. Trust me when I tell you, this was a winner. I also like to let it rest for about 5-10 minutes before I cut it, just so that all of the flavors can really marry each other and settle, and you cannot tell me anything. These burnt looking bits are my absolute fave. The charring on this is so gorgeous and it's cooked to perfection. So I'm serving this with some mashed potatoes and a little veg that we steamed up. Before I do that, I want to pull apart one of those legs to show you how juicy, how moist, how delicious, guys, and it's sticky. The glaze on this is everything and it's so good. So I really hope you enjoy the recipe. Like I said, try it with any part of the chicken you like. As for this whole chicken, which piece are you pulling? For me, it's the leg. If I can get the leg piece, then we good. Don't forget to purchase my book, Bon Manger. I'll leave the link down below in the description box, but it's basically English recipes. Bon Manger translates to good food, and this is basically a taste of St. Lucian and Caribbean cuisine. It's amazing. Everything nice. Like, yeah, it's wow. Pepper sauce, you name it, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for rocking with me into 2023. I feel so hopeful and I feel so blessed knowing that you guys are here, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. So thank you for watching. Bye.